Ah yes, the Karen, that annoying, entitled human being that thinks the world is clearly revolving around them.
You're sexually harassing me. You and that slut.
We're going to be watching some clips here of Karens doing what they do best, being loud, cursing at everyone, calling people inferior, and as they all do, threatening to call the police or the manager. Well, look who it is. We got a Karen out in the open.
Really? Really? Okay, we'll wait for the police to clear it up.
Go. Karen, please, Karen.
This lady is angry about a man walking his dog without a leash because the 3-pound puppy is clearly a danger to the city's population.
Huh? Say it. Now you cat got your tongue?
Can I get my tongue?
Oh,
Really?
yeah.
Edit it out. Go ahead, edit.
But we all know what she's actually angry about. Well, look at that. When the guy wouldn't listen to her, she turns her attention to the dog. And of course, just like any reasonable human man, she tries to trick the dog onto oncoming traffic.
Come on, puppy!
Hold on, no.
Because that would be a great solution for all of her problems. And when the dog doesn't listen, she gets back into her rhythm of insults, but we have a savior.
Hey, what kind of problem do you have, lady?
This amazing woman comes up and starts to tell her like it is. This Karen is being racist, and someone had to let her know that. So this Karen is on the ropes now. She's scrambling, and she pulls out the trusted weapon of every Karen in existence, the police.
Put it out there. Put it out there that you can walk around without your dog on a leash. I don't want to go down and find the police at the station. It's right there.
But just after that, our Karen shows her true colors. She blurts out her inner racist and asks about dog etiquette in their country.
You don't put a leash in your country?
Oh yeah, which country is that?
But then she tries again and succeeds in bringing the dog into the traffic.
Bola, come here. Bola, come, Bola. Come here.
I thought older white women loved animals. I guess Karen energy trumps animal love. And to the delight of our Karen, the police are finally here. They managed to run into a squad car down the road, but wait, something is wrong here. She's not going over to scream and complain like a normal Karen.
Over here. You just said. Have them come over. Have them come over here. Have them come over here, Karen. I'm right here. Have them come over here. Have them come over here.
Well, that's new. A Karen who realizes she's being a bit unreasonable when she sees that the cops have better things to do than tend to her racist anger. She shows that all this was just an empty threat to get what she wants, and she was using the oldie but goodie trick of threatening to call the police to get it. But once they showed up, she doubles back because she knows they will be more likely to do something to her rather than do what she wants.
All right.
Go, baby. Go.
But we have one last phase to the cycle of the Karen, telling people to put the video on the internet because she doesn't care.
Put it on all over the web, baby. Put it all over the web. Such wonderful people.
Karen, white entitlement was 2020.
Wonderful
All right.
Go, baby. Go. You want to talk to the police?
Why do I need to talk to them? Ask us to talk to them. Ask them to talk to us.
Too afraid to go.
Ask them.
Imagine this. You're sitting in a packed hall and there are people everywhere. You find your seat, and in the crowd, it is hard to get into, so you tend to bump into some people as you scooch over to get to your seat. But then, your bag ever so slightly grazes someone's hair, and as soon as you turn to apologize, she turns to you and explodes into this tirade.
She's threatening me. You tell her to go there. She is threatening me.
Excuse me, guys.
She is threatening me. You tell her to go there.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Our Karen here is upset because someone had the audacity to actually touch her hair in a crowded hall. And just as she felt it, she turned around and started going off on the woman who touched her. Now the woman at the back tried to apologize, but the way Karen reacted says a lot about her, and she doesn't deserve any apology. Even the coordinator came over and tried to calm the situation, but that wouldn't stop her at all.
He's threatening me as well. You're threatening to kick me out because I'm being threatened by a lady that told me she would hit me. And she called me a bitch. Oh, wow. No, that's not okay. You get the lady out of here who threatened me. That lady.
Now, just as all Karens do, she starts lying when someone of higher authority shows up. She is claiming that the woman was threatening to hit her and calling her names when in actuality she was trying to apologize until Karen over here decided to become an annoyance. But thankfully, they saw the truth and ended up calling her on her lies and kicked her out of the hall pretty quickly, much to the relief of the rest of the people there.
What is wrong with you? That is not okay.
No, is lesbianism okay?
It is. Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Why isn't it?
Because you touch children, you rape children.
I touch children.
Yes, because you're all evil.
Oh.
This left the people in shock when they heard the amount of profanities that this lady was spewing. She was upset by the couple in front of her being both females. And not only that, she then accuses them of having inappropriate relations with children. It's safe to say the whole crowd is against her right now.
You're evil. God doesn't want you to talk that way to people. Do you go to church? Oh, I'll record you all day. Do you go? Oh, sweetheart.
You know who I work for? You know who I work for? Do you know who I am?
No, nobody knows who you are. Okay, great. You should be ashamed of yourself talking to people this way.
No, sweetheart.
After calling them essentially pedophiles, she proceeds to threaten them lightly by claiming she is connected and has some kind of authority when she clearly doesn't. They called her out on it too, but she decided to not reveal information that was clearly fake.
Yes, sweetheart.
I'm actually very proud. Are you the manager? Yes, I am. Oh, okay. I'm going to need your name. I'm going to need your name.
My business started right there, but...
Where is it? No, let me have it.
We're so sorry. No, that's not you.
Oh, well, look at that. She just goes for the classic, calling the manager. Now she is going to complain because she can't stand looking at two people minding their business. After she attempts to get them kicked out, the manager sees that she is just being a Karen and calms her down before kicking her out. What a saint.
You're f***ing your girlfriend in a public restaurant acting like a prostitute. You need to leave. You told me to leave while I'm in my order while you're making out with that
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
You're such an airhead. You're so dumb. You're sexually harassing me. You and that slut.
Ah, yes, vindication. It's always nice to see Karens get owned by the very power they call upon to save them from their tiny inconveniences. Imagine this, you're having a wonderful time with your partner. You're out to eat and getting all lovey-dovey and sharing a kiss or two, and then this happens.
Leave! Why are you here? You have your food.
Excuse me, I have a right to be here. This is a place where you eat, not where you make out and spoon.
He just told you.
We are waiting for you to finish up, so we're chatting.
Go make out outside.
You're a heinous person.
You're a prostitute.
Cool.
Oh yeah, this particular Karen is upset that this couple had the gall to show their love in front of her. So what does she do? She just goes all in calling the woman all sorts of derogatory names and insulting her just for sharing a kiss with her man. And it just gets from bad to worse.
You leave.
I would just like to order,
Well, you
and then
shouldn't.
we'll
You
leave.
shouldn't be here. You're a slut. Go get a hotel room and fuck somewhere else.
Oh my
This is not a place for this.
Can't wait till this hits YouTube.
I can't wait to report you to the police. You cannot be
Police.
doing prostitution
Go ahead.
in
Hey,
public.
go find the police right now.
This is a public place.
She goes even further and pulls out the trusted "I'm calling the police" a line that's so loved by the Karen species. She even tries to rope in the rest of the people into her tirade, saying everyone is uncomfortable, but the only one who seems to have a problem with the couple is her and her alone.
If you're making out in front of people and you're making people uncomfortable,
Can we order?
You're making me uncomfortable with your verbal
stop
harassment.
making out in front of us.
That's all good.
Who is us?
Everyone that's
can I have
here,
a
that's
force?
You look like
inappropriate.
the only person who's uncomfortable with me having my arm around
Lady,
my boyfriend.
She tests the waters, getting closer to them, but when the boyfriend tells her to step back, she quickly gets confrontational but still not feeling as confident as she was when she was a few feet away. She is still saying that the two were having sex right in front of everyone when they clearly were not doing that.
You're making out while we're trying to order.
Step back.
Excuse me?
Step the fuck back.
Do not tell
Step
me.
the fuck back.
Excuse
Step
me?
the fuck back.
Excuse me? Why don't you
Can you
step
call
the
the cops?
fuck back?
Can you call the cops?
Can you call the cops on him?
I'm getting all this on video. So we'll see who's harassing who later.
You're f***ing your girlfriend in a public restaurant acting like a prostitute.
Even though he doesn't say it, you can feel the thought process in his head. He wants to punch this woman in the face so bad, but that's exactly what she wants. So he holds back, showing incredible restraint and just making light of the situation and just telling her to leave if she feels so uncomfortable.
You need to leave. You told me to leave while I'm in my order while you're making out with that slut.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
You're such an airhead. You're so dumb. You're sexually harassing me. You and that
Well, you are harboring a lot of shit, and you're just letting it all out. So
You
go
know
ahead.
what?
Go ahead. This is cathartic
I
for
don't
you.
want to watch you make out with that person while I'm trying to order
Good.
food.
There's the door right there. Go ahead.
You've already ordered your food.
Yep.
But then Karen here does something unpredictable. Our Karen then has the audacity to ask for a refund on her food because someone just happened to kiss someone else in front of her. So now her food needs to be free because that follows the train of logic perfectly.
I want my money back. I want my money back. I want a refund. Excuse me, I just spent $20. I want a refund.
Now she wants a refund.
Who are you talking to?
Talking to a manager, and I don't appreciate you raising your voice at me.
I want a refund right now, and I'm reporting you to your manager.
He's already talking to his manager.
And I want to talk to the manager. So you talk to me.
I'll give you the tape. I'll give you the tape.
I can call the manager and report you, and you can be fired for allowing this. I want my money back.
When she doesn't get her clearly deserved refund, she goes back to insulting the couple, calling them ugly, and every insult she can think of along the way, while she goes out of the unlucky establishment.
Go to hell, prick. Who the do you think you are? Sexually harassing me, making out with that while I'm trying to order? He was having sex with her at the stand when I was trying to order. They were making out.
It was pretty good. The sex was pretty good.
Well, go get a room if you want to whore. I mean, I don't want to watch it. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. You making out with that ugly bitch. It is so nasty. Do you know how much I want to puke on both of you? You are the ugliest I've ever seen. You look like a little boy. And for me to actually watch you have sex.
But she's not done. This Karen is clearly jealous of what is going on because she can't stop talking about the woman and her boyfriend, saying they're disgusting. But what caught my eye, the extremely uncomfortable customers standing in the corners just so they won't get any residual Karen on them. But our Karen is not done here. Without missing a beat, she just goes all out before she leaves.
You're a prostitute.
You're a terribly rude person.
Oh my God, you're rude for making out in front of everyone, trying to slobber. You're trying to over-sexualize yourself and be like, I'm the shit, look, my boyfriend's making out with me. Do you know how uncomfortable and rude you are? I'm gonna press sexual harassment and stalking charges on you.
Go for it. Please.
You are harassing me at this very moment.
That's it.
Videotaping me.
So what does a Karen do in this situation? Of course, she threatens to call the police and press charges against someone who she happened to see kissing his girlfriend, because somehow that is assault on her. But then the manager of the place decides to step in.
Yep.
Can you? I'm American. I'm from California.
Oh, yes.
You know what? Go back to whatever way.
There it is.
Don't you just love it when a Karen shows her true colors? She straight up said that the manager can't talk to her because she is American and he is not. Therefore, she has more rights than him. And things get physical real quickly because the manager here isn't going to just let this woman disrespect him like that.
Oh, yes.
You know what? Go back to whatever way.
There it is.
Excuse me.
Yeah, just
Where are you from? Go back. Go back, you retarded foreign ass.
Yo, he's more wanted here than you. Leave.
Thankfully, someone stepped in before Karen gets her head knocked off because that man was not backing off. So what does she do? She doubles down on the racism and calls him all sorts of names. All of this just because
You're fucking your girlfriend in a public restaurant acting like a prostitute.
Okay, here's the deal. You're on your skateboard and chilling with your friends, doing some tricks and skating around because you're on public property and not getting in anyone's way. But then someone steps out of the shadows. It's a Karen, and she doesn't approve of the YP of fun you're having and decides to take action. This woman thinks it's an abomination to have these hooligans skating in the city where people can see. They were just enjoying the public setting and having fun without harming anyone. But she doesn't agree with their type of fun and thinks they should be in a library or perhaps sipping tea dressed properly. So what is the best way to do it? Talk to them, ask them to leave, give them a stern warning. Nope, she just goes straight for the endangering of their safety. She chases him down, following wherever he goes, and staying just far away enough to not be called harassment and close enough for him to fall over and potentially hurt himself.
It's fun at this point. She's trying to hurt him. Look.
I think he did the right thing here, because as we all know, Karens are never going to let it go if you manage to cause them any sort of harm. And if had this kept going, then she would have definitely been harmed with her standing this close to him and him moving as fast as he is. Sometimes the best way to teach horrible people is to give them a taste of their own medicine, and here we have a brave man who comes across this Karen in her own habitat outside a coffee shop, and things get real heated real quick.
Your car? So why do you park in handicap spots? Are you handicapped? No. Well, what makes you so special that you can park in a handicap spot?
Record me, I'll break your
This lady was caught parking in the handicap spot. If you don't know what that is, it is reserved for people with disabilities so they don't have to do extra work to find a spot which could be yards away from the door. And I suspect that is the main reason this woman parked on it, because it is next to the coffee shop she wanted to get into. And this hero decided to give her a taste of her own medicine and record her for being a terrible human being. And instead of admitting to her wrongdoing, she decided the best course of action here is just to threaten the man with violence. And when this Karen makes threats, she follows up on them.
What makes you so special?
Back the up, me.
What?
Back the up.
What makes you so special?
My car.
What makes you
Wow, did you see that? This Karen has experience and it shows. She fires off a warning shot first before she moves on to the real stuff. She has put it down to steps. First, she gave a verbal warning and then a warning shot, and now we can tell that this Karen doesn't do empty threats. It was a promise all along. And this man is going to find out pretty soon that she's not playing around.
special?
Back the
You can park in a handicap.
up my car.
What makes you so special?
This man is still riding the moral high horse and thinking it would save him, asking her how she thinks she's special,
What makes you so special?
not knowing that there is no joking bone in this Karen's body. She then has no choice to deliver on her threat and throws the whole cup directly at him. Now, don't forget that the coffee is the whole reason that this Karen parked in the handicapped spot for, and she was willing to give it up just to make a point, and that was when he should have known not to mess with her, but he didn't know. She meant every word.
What makes you so special that you can park in a handicap spot?
You're hot?
Okay, I must admit, our man here is looking a bit stupid, standing there with his phone in both hands, standing still, thinking of a witty comeback. But after the coffee hit him, he knew he lost that battle. But he didn't give up, and that's commendable. But he is stepping right into Karen territory himself here, threatening to call the police and all. And as we have established, that is the go-to move of the Karen.
You're hot?
I'm taking this to the police.
Good for you.
You assaulted me.
Good for you.
You assaulted me.
Okay, that started off as a bit sus. He insists on calling the police, and she is too confident in herself to let that affect her as she starts up her car and basically dares him to call the police. But just as I thought we were losing another strong soldier, this Karen shows her true colors and drives straight at the guy. And what does our proud soldier do? He doesn't even flinch and just watches her try and drive off like an absolute boss. He has taken us on a roller coaster ride of thinking he might be a closeted Karen, but redeemed himself right at the end. Well, we hope you learned from that. In case you come across a Karen in your day-to-day life, just remember, keep your cool and don't give them satisfaction of reacting and doing what they want you to do. Stay frosty, folks, and don't be a Karen.
Wonderful.
All right.
Go, baby. Go. Excuse me?
Step the fuck back.
Do not
Step
tell
the fuck back.
Excuse
Step
me?
fuck back.
Excuse me? Why don't you
Can you
step
call
the
the cops?
back?
Can you call the cops?
Can you call the cops on him?
You can park in a handicap.
My car.
What makes you so special?